watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beaten thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger, ginger root, cucumber ginger, and so much more. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Call now and you won't be disappointed. If you think the juices were good, then try Starboys Jello, full of flavor and sumptuous. Again, call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sport City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sport City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sport City right now. Well, hello everybody. How is everybody doing? I'm Simon Preston. Welcome back to Reggae Boyz Commentary. This is the platform where we come together to discuss Jamaican football, your hub for everything Jamaican football related. How are you guys doing? You guys doing okay? Well, I certainly hope that you guys are doing okay. What's new? Yeah, tell us how you guys are doing. How's your Thursday going? What did you do today? Did you watch Europa Conference League football? Are you making your necessary plans in terms of travel for the upcoming games that lie ahead in the CONCACAF Nations League? You know, tell us what lies ahead. How proud are you to be Jamaican? How proud are you to be Jamaican? You know, well, that is something that I look forward to to saying, you know. But I must say, I'm looking forward to this video in particular and what you guys have to say as well. Thank you all so much for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. Tyrone Williams says, big up, Simon. Hope all is well. I'm doing good. Thanks. Thank you very much, guys, for those, expressing, your kind words in the chat. I really appreciate it. So we can go right into it, this video, shall we? Davian McClare says, big up yourself, Simon. Big up, Davian. How are you? Hope you are doing good as well. Just a few housekeeping areas before we get into this video in particular. We had the UEFA Europa Conference League today, and we had some Jamaican representation in the respective European tournaments. Today, of course, as we know, Leon Bailey and Aston Villa drew 0-0 with Ajax. I'm sure next week they'll be able to turn that around. So we look forward to that eagerly. And in the UEFA Europa League, well, in that situation, West Ham United, they're down 1-0 to Freiburg, but they will return to the London Stadium next week. So that's a big game to turn things around there. And we know Benfica and Rangers, it was great to see Dejan Sterling on the score sheet. Very, very pleased with his performances and what he has been putting in. And he has been playing in midfield for a number of games, even when they won the Cup final earlier in this year. He also did the same as well. Yes, Yul Sherwood says, bless up, Mr. Preston. Bless up. Hope you're doing well. Now, you guys know me. I get straight to the point when I get to these videos. I might not do 6-hour videos of content, maybe an hour, maybe 2, but it's just my style, and I just want to give an explanation. It's not like Simon Preston is running off to do something that he feels is more important. No, the reason why my videos are of a certain duration, it stems from my educational background, because my major in university was within broadcasting, and we learned when we are broadcasting, whether it is radio, TV, print, or online content, how we are able to present, what information we start off with, what information follows. So remember, this is my major, this is my first degree, this is what I was on the dean's list. So when I put information in a certain manner, it stems from how I was trained and everything of that nature. So that's the reason why I get straight to the point, summarize key points to be able, so that everybody can be able to understand, so it's just an explanation of all of that, really, So broadcasting, a first degree, also a degree in French as well, and quite recently with the Scottish Football Association in relation to the element of talent identification. But I just wanted to make that clear. I know persons might have been asking, but we can now go straight into this video that we're speaking about right now, because I know what you're seeing on your screen. You're quite, I would say that quite inquisitive about what you're seeing. So that is exactly what we're going to go into right now, so that everybody understands. For those of you just tuning in, please hit the like button. And after doing so, hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boyz commentary as well. Okay, guys? Good. Big up, Mr. Russell. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yes, man, I've done many. What is the deals recently, man? You have to hit the subscribe button, Yul Sherwood. But yes, in exactly 2 weeks and 8 minutes from now, we will have the semifinals of the CONCACAF Nations League. In the curtain raiser, the Reggae Boyz of Jamaica taking on Uncle Sam's Army of the United States of America at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium in Dallas, Texas. A big occasion, a grand one, as Jamaica sits 2 wins away from winning a trophy. Think about the times that you've seen Jamaica hoist a piece of silverware to the sky. Think about those moments and tell me in particular, what exactly do you remember from those moments, having seen them? Jamaica, 6-time Caribbean Cup champions, 1991, 1998, 2005, 2008, 2014, and also 2010. 6-time Caribbean Cup winners. In 2016, There was a one-off game, the Caribbean Cup winners against the Copa America winners, and Jamaica won that game by 2-1. That was 2016, a one-off game. But a decade ago, as we know, 2014 was Jamaica's last Caribbean Cup title. Now Jamaica are 2 wins away from a trophy, 2 wins away from a CONCACAF title, and to call ourselves Nations League champions. The United States, they've won the 2 previous editions of the tournament. This is the 3rd tournament in its existence, and we look forward to what lies ahead over these next few weeks, and we can't wait. You're in the UK. Okay. Yeah, you're in the UK. I know March 10 you'll have what is called the daylight savings conversion. So for example, Jamaica and Florida that are currently on the same time zone, that will change so that Florida would be an hour ahead of Jamaica. And you'll have a situation now where you have the UK being 6 hours ahead of Jamaica instead of 5 hours ahead of Jamaica, so that everybody is aware. Wayne Carnegie says, blessings, we need this trophy. Mario Russell says, 1 Jamaica. You are absolutely right, sir. 1 Jamaica. Wayne Carnegie says, I'm in Brampton, Canada. Okay, Brampton, Canada. You know, if you look at the time now, it's 5:55 p.m. in Brampton right now. But I believe starting on Sunday, we're going to see that change where you will see Canada, well, Brampton, Ontario, be 1 hour ahead of Jamaica. As you know, Jamaica doesn't observe daylight savings, but countries around Jamaica observe daylight savings time. I'm not sure if this is something that is going to cease at some point in the future, but you know what is a great indicator so that you all are aware of the daylight savings of when it starts, you can look out for it. When the MLS season is just about starting or has started in a few game weeks, so March and November, those are the time frames for you to look out for. March and November, those are the time frames for you to look out for. When the MLS season starts and when it ends, that's usually the times when you can say, okay, we're going to have a daylight savings time and stuff like that, you know? Yeah, Mario Russell, I know you're talking about persons that live within Jamaica, and I'm going to make this point, right? Now, we know the date, June 6th. Open your calendar right now. Open your phone, go to your calendar, right? Go to your calendar right now, and you'll see June 6th. June 6th is a Thursday, right? June 6th, Jamaica tackles the Dominican Republic at home in World Cup qualifying. So you know Thursday, June 6th, whatever you're doing, you make sure that you're at the National Stadium. You understand what I'm saying? You have non-stop flights from Miami, non-stop flights from Fort Lauderdale, non-stop flights from New York, non-stop flights from different states in the US that go straight to Kingston. So it's a great opportunity. Sherman Scott, how are you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Mara also says, enough respect, Simon. Love the work that Coach Grimm is doing in the parish association. Keep up the great work. Yes, I know, a lot of the comments that we're seeing in the chat are, opinions and information that persons are expressing that is not necessarily the title of this video, but I am going to get to the title of this video because, guys, whatever you see me put up, that is exactly what I'm going to discuss. But let me just touch on Maria Russell's comment briefly, and then we can progress forward. All right, good. So what I would encourage everybody is to go on JFF Live's YouTube channel and be able to watch the interview where Coach Hallgrimson spoke about the work that he's done in different parishes, coaching education and speaking about the players that he's had to work with and basically how he's felt to see and basically the rest of the country being able to embrace it. So that is what I would say is very nice. And of course, you have comments like Mario's that stand out. I've also put the video in the chat as well so that you guys can be able to take a glimpse after you watch this live. So basically what I'm trying to say is that you can see the time, the energy, the investment in terms of, being able to go to the parishes, speak with the parish association administration, the coaches in the parishes, the players in the parishes, and being able to work with them on that basis. And many of them extremely grateful. You heard what Coach Helgerson had to say. Many persons had a lot of questions. Many gave their opinions. So they felt involved in the process. And when you give somebody that power of feeling involved or that purpose, then already you're making them feel good. You're making them feel important. And that is exactly what we have seen, from a course of these parish association visits. So absolutely well done. You're absolutely right, Mario Russell. John Paul says, up, Simon, up. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. All right. So as you can see by the title of this video, guys, why is Dallas so significant for the Reggae Boyz? Why is Dallas so significant for the Reggae Boyz? All right. Well, yes, of course, Mario. So everybody knows, right? In the United States of America, there's only one state that has more Jamaicans than Florida. And where is that? That state is called New York. New York, and then you have Florida. Those are the two most populated states in the United States. Okay? You guys understand what I'm saying? In terms of Jamaicans living within the United States, New York leads the way, followed by Florida, followed by New Jersey, followed by Georgia, mainly in the Atlanta area. You have Connecticut, you have California, you have Maryland, you have Pennsylvania. But number 9 on the list in terms of most Jamaicans in a state in the US lies with Texas. And they are just above Massachusetts, as they have just a shade under 100,000 Jamaicans that are living in the state of Texas. And I'm talking about those individuals that were born in Jamaica, that were born to Jamaican parents, and were even born to Jamaican grandparents. All of that cumulative figure is what I'm referring to in particular. All right? I'll repeat again. New York leads the way, followed by Florida. And Florida, we know we could go for days. Fort Lauderdale, we could go to Miami, Orlando, Boynton Beach, Port St. Lucie, Jacksonville. Yeah, Jamaicans. Florida is Kingston 21. You can't hide away from that. New Jersey, Georgia, Connecticut, California, Maryland, Pennsylvania. Number 9, Texas. Massachusetts rounds out the top 10 in terms of Jamaicans in terms of the states. Okay? Float Management says New York. Yeah. West Palm Beach, Port St. Lucie. Yeah. I'm telling you. When I'm in Fort Lauderdale, I feel like I'm in Jamaica. You don't feel like you're not in Jamaica until you go to another state. That's honestly how I feel. You're in Fort Lauderdale Airport, you see somebody that you know. You're in Fort Lauderdale Airport, you see Jamaicans. You're in Fort Lauderdale, you go to Sawgrass Mall, you see Jamaicans. You go to a restaurant, it's a Jamaican that is taking your order. So that is what I will say. Well, Mario Russell, I think every indication that you saw from the Canada game at the BMO Field in Toronto is a great indicator, because the Jamaican diaspora in the BMO Field in Toronto was a 10 out of 10. And I explained the reasoning for this in late November of last year, where the Jamaicans truly came out in their numbers. Even when Canada were 3-1 up on aggregate, it never felt as if it was over. The second half, when Leon Bailey hit the upright, the support was there. The continuity was there. When Boza scored the first and then the second, then you felt like you're in a national stadium. And that was a special night and something that will always go with us. Michael Gordon, how are you doing, man? Hope you're doing good. So yes, we're going back to Texas. So why is Dallas so significant for the Reggae Boyz? Why is this area so important? Why is this an area that we can look at and smile? Why? Well, I'm going to explain to you right now the answer to that question. So Jamaica's first appearance in the CONCACAF Gold Cup came in 1991. All of Jamaica's games took place in the state of California. In 1993, though, Jamaica created history as Jamaica became the first Caribbean team to get to the semifinals of the CONCACAF Gold Cup, and of course the first Caribbean team to get a medal, as Jamaica finished third within the tournament. Yep, that is right. And what you're seeing on the screen are results from the 1993 edition of the CONCACAF Gold Cup. And the point I'm trying to make is Jamaica's first ever victory in the CONCACAF Gold Cup came in Dallas. Yep, that is right. July 14, 1993, Jamaica's first ever victory in the CONCACAF Gold Cup came in Dallas, Texas. Jamaica recorded a 3-1 victory over Honduras thanks to goals from Devon Jarrett himself, also Paul Teagat Davis and Walter Boyd. Those were the goal scorers for Jamaica, as Jamaica recorded their first ever victory in the history of the CONCACAF Gold Cup, in excess of 10,000 fans that were in the stadium on that day in particular. And what else happened? What else happened? Well, Jamaica also secured their passage to the semifinals by virtue of that 1-1 draw against Panama as well. So again, Dallas being a place where Jamaica goes and gets results, right? And I'm going to continue along these lines as well so that you all are aware. Okay, Jamaica eventually finishing third within the tournament. Absolutely fantastic and great that we've been able to have these memories. Truly are, and that is why it's something that we can truly reflect upon. We've gone to Dallas. We've gotten results in Dallas. We've been there. We've done that. Many people say that they need an example before they can be able to achieve something. We have evidence. We've shown what we can do. We've done exactly what we are able to do, and we press on forward. You understand what I'm saying? So we have gotten results, and progressed on forward. You understand exactly what I'm saying? Well, hopefully that you guys get the drift of exactly what I'm saying, because it's incredibly important, and you guys need to hit the like button, and after hitting the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Jamaica has defeated Canada Gold Cup 2015 in the state of Texas as well. Yep, in the state of Texas, Jamaica with that 1-0 victory over Canada, thanks to a goal from Rudolph Austin on that occasion. You know what I'm saying? Jamaica qualifying for the quarterfinals of the 2017 Gold Cup. That match against El Salvador took place in Texas. Yep, that is right. Texas. So you get the drift of what I've been saying there, you know? And you progress a little bit further on. You go to different Gold Cup tournaments and you see what I'm talking about. 2019, Jamaica played in Texas. Another positive result on Jamaica's journey towards the Gold Cup semi-final in that calendar year. So you guys get it, and we press on forward. Okay? So a lot of great memories, a lot of things that we can reflect upon and be proud about. And that is the exact reason why, as a nation, we can reflect on these accomplishments. I also from Jamaica to Brooklyn, New York. Okay. These opposites, Simon. I mean Sunrise Boulevard. These opposite? I don't understand when you said these opposite. But yes, I know Sunrise Boulevard very well. I'm there at least once a year. I know exactly what you're talking about. Your maybe 5-6 minute drive to Sawgrass Mall. And when you bear in mind the area that you're in right now, you have loads of restaurants left and right, when you're driving. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Pembroke Pines, probably another 25 minutes, depending on the time of day. So I know what you're talking about, Devon Smith. Well, Mario Russell, as I've mentioned in previous videos on this channel, the president of the Caribbean Football Union, Randy Harris, has said that if they are able to get a sponsor, then they would consider having the Caribbean Cup in the future. But, they have to get a sponsor first. And bearing in mind the international windows that you have right now, the international FIFA periods with the Nations League, with World Cup qualifying, etc., most likely a Caribbean Cup tournament, if it is to be ever introduced or reignited, will be a time frame that will be outside of the FIFA window. So let's think about the Caribbean Cup in 2014, right? That was like late November, December, right? Outside of a FIFA window, right? So you'll have players that are domestic on the island, Jamaica Premier League, MLS, USL, Scandinavian. You wouldn't have players who ply their trade in England, France, Spain, Germany, Portugal, Switzerland. You get the drift? Jason Guna, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, man. Big up, man. Big up, big up, big up. A knockout Caribbean Cup tournament. All right, so you have 31 Caribbean member associations, right? 31 member associations in the Caribbean. Yes, you could have a situation where you have like a bye, and like Jamaica is, the top perhaps 8 teams are seeded. So Jamaica's in a round of 16 and awaiting an opponent from a previous round. So that's something that could work. Yeah, I could see something like that happening. Round of 16, a quarterfinal, a semi-final, and a final. So that's 4 matches. Yeah, I think that knockout format would be good. I would love to see that happen. And yeah, I think that would be great, actually. Bragging rights, being able to lift a trophy, reputation. I mean, the spin-offs from there are endless from that standpoint, The spin-offs there are endless, absolutely endless. So that's what I'll say there, Truly it is. Truly is something special. Were you guys able to watch the interview that Coach Holgrimson did in relation to the parish visits and his thoughts going to different parishes of the island, seeing Jamaica, his thoughts and everything of that nature? Were you guys able to watch that? Do let me know if you had an opportunity to. If not, then I would encourage you to watch that as well, because it is extremely important. It's how, things are going to continue to grow, develop, improve. So yeah, that's what I would say to everybody, watching this video. All right. But what you're seeing on your screen right now, where it says Caribbean Cup, 6-time winners, Jamaica has been runners-up on 3 occasions and 3rd place twice. In the Gold Cup, runners-up twice, 3rd place once, and we won the FIFA Fair Play Award in 2015. All right. Tournaments that we've had an opportunity to play in to date. Yeah, because before the Gold Cup, you had what is called the CONCACAF Championship. And the CONCACAF Championship was a tournament that was served as like a World Cup qualifier. But the actual CONCACAF Gold Cup began in 1991. And in that time frame, Jamaica has been to 6 semifinals in their history. Jamaica has been to the semifinals of the Gold Cup 6 times. And you could see that 4 of the last 5 tournaments, Jamaica has been a team that has been to the semifinals minimum of the tournament itself. Yeah, so that's something that we can be able to reflect upon, that standpoint. And if you look based on the numbers and the statistics, Jamaica finished 3rd when you bear in mind the stats together, Yeah, so that everybody is aware. All right. And you might say, why, Simon? Why is that? Because remember, Jamaica won their quarterfinal against Guatemala in 90 minutes. The United States didn't win their game against Canada. So that in itself is like 1 point. So that's the reason why at the end of the tournament, Jamaica was essentially the 3rd best team in the Gold Cup for 2023, while the United States was the 4th best team. You understand? And it's amazing to see the growth of the tournament as well, growing from that 8-team tournament back in the early 90s to where it is today. This is 3 Gold Cups in a row now where we have a 16-team tournament. A 24-team tournament would be interesting, 24-team Gold Cup. Woohoo! That would be nice, just like we're seeing with the European Championships, with the Euros. Oh, by the way, the Copa America actually overlaps. The Copa America overlaps with the European Championships. With Copa America overlaps with Euros. Yeah. Can you imagine? Yeah. Yep. So, in terms of teams that have been to a Gold Cup final, you've had 9 teams that have actually been to a Gold Cup final: Mexico, the United States, Canada, Panama, Brazil, Jamaica, Colombia, Costa Rica, Honduras. So there are 3 teams from Central America in Costa Rica, Honduras, and Panama. North American teams: Mexico, the United States, Canada, and you have Brazil and Colombia from the South American region, CONMEBOL, and Jamaica, the only Caribbean team to do so. So that's where things are as it stands in that element. You know? Yes, Mario, that is what I was just saying a few minutes ago, that the Caribbean Cup can be a tournament that is played outside of the FIFA window. If it is December like it was in 2014, then you have a situation where you can have players apply their trade in the Jamaica Premier League, players apply their trade in the MLS, in the USL, and also players who apply their trade in Scandinavia as well: Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark, Iceland, because their leagues are different time frames. You guys get the drift of what I'm saying there. So yeah, this is something that should be embraced. I think the Caribbean Cup is something, because for me, Trinidad and Tobago, they have 8 Caribbean Cup titles, Jamaica has 6, and for me, it's about knocking Trinidad and Tobago off their perch to say that we are Caribbean Cup, the most successful team in the history of the Caribbean Cup. Trinidad and Tobago has won it 8 times. Their last title was 2001. Jamaica last title was 2014. The last team to win the Caribbean Cup was Curacao, which was in 2017. All right, so you guys get that drift? Yeah. But yes, that is the scenario. That is where we are. This is what you're seeing now is our Caribbean Cup history. Yep, so that's our Caribbean Cup history. Which I will show you right now. There we go. That's our Caribbean Cup history. All right. So as you can see here, Jamaica, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the titles coming over the last 3 decades, thereabouts. Yeah, so you guys get it. In terms of other tournaments, the Copa America. This will be Jamaica's 3rd appearance in the summer. That's right, Jamaica's 3rd appearance this summer. Well, as you know, Mario, the Caribbean Football Union is under the umbrella of CONCACAF. So CONCACAF has put the Caribbean Football Union and the Central American Football Association under their wings. So everything that takes place now is under the CONCACAF umbrella. So at the end of the day, the final decision would lie with CONCACAF. You understand? The Copa America, as I made mention, overlaps with the European Championships that take center stage in Germany from June to July of this year. 16 teams in the Copa America, right? And you have matches all across the country. If you look at where Jamaica's matches are in particular, I've made mention the point in relation to the trouble elements, right? Jamaica, Group B, Mexico, Ecuador, Venezuela, right? Somebody going from Houston to Las Vegas, right? That flight in itself is 3 hours and 10 minutes, flying from Houston to Las Vegas. Somebody that is going from Las Vegas to Austin, Texas, is 2 hours and 30 minutes. You guys get my drift? So it's not a whole lot in relation to traveling. But when you get to the knockout stages now, let me show you now. Whoever Jamaica plays in the quarterfinals, because we're going to finish in the top two, right, guys? Let's say we're the winner of Group B. We win Group B, we're playing in Texas, the same stadium where we're going to play the US in 2 weeks from now. If we're runner-up, we play in Houston, the same stadium where we're going to play Mexico. In the semifinals, that's going to be in New Jersey. That is sealed on. That game will be in New Jersey. The third place playoff is going to be in Charlotte, all right? North Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina. Did you know that there's straight flights from North Carolina to Montego Bay? Yeah, there's straight flights from Charlotte in the United States to Montego Bay every single day of the week. Charlotte to Montego Bay, 2 hours and 56 minutes flight on American Airlines. You have a 7 a.m. flight, you have a 9 a.m. flight, you have an 11:40 flight, and you have a 1 o'clock flight. And non-stop to Montego Bay, Charlotte. Serious. You know? Yeah, Alex, remember, the game against Venezuela is in Austin. It's not in Houston, it's in Austin. So after we play Ecuador in Vegas, right? And we're going from Vegas to Austin. It's not Vegas to Houston, it's Vegas to Austin, Hope you understand. But big pilot Alex Reed, and being assisted by Dre Anywhere Sports, the co-pilot. Woo! Oh boy, man, I tell you, Alex Reed, a big pilot, and you have Dre Anywhere Sports, the co-pilot. Yeah, man. Yes, Eddie Guna. Boy, Eddie have jokes, Eddie get a Trini accent, guys. And Eddie was like, boy, I did want to give Trinidad a doubles, but them have to take the Bob Marley. I saw Eddie Guna go on, it's funny. It really is. It really is funny, honestly. But the third place playoff is in Charlotte, but the final, Miami Gardens, where you have the Dolphins play. So Florida representation there. I know Florida fans will be happy. Jamaica get into a Copa America final and also having a game within the state as well. Yeah, persons will be extremely happy, excited about that, Yep. Man, I laugh. Yeah. So yes, guys, if you haven't already, I encourage you to hit the like button. And after hitting the like button, to hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boyz commentary as well. So in relation to the World Cup qualifiers now, guys, we play at home against the Dominican Republic. We play away against Dominica. Right? Do you have straight flights from Kingston to the island of Dominica? The truth is no. They're not straight flights from Kingston to Dominica. They're not. You do have straight flights from Kingston to Barbados, right? Kingston to Barbados, 2 hours and 30 minutes, right? Kingston to Bridgetown, Barbados, 2 hours and 30 minutes. And you have a 8 a.m. flight, which means you're landing by 11:50 a.m. thereabouts, and you have a 10 o'clock flight, which means that you are landing by 2 o'clock thereabouts. And then you go from Bridgetown, Barbados to Roseau in Dominica. And Bridgetown in Barbados to Roseau in Dominica, it's a 50-minute flight. So essentially, we can be in Dominica Friday afternoon, train Saturday, play Sunday, because we play the Dominican Republic on Thursday in Kingston, travel Friday, be in Dominica Friday afternoon, train Saturday, play Sunday. You guys get the drift? Whereas when you look at Dominica, right, and their passage of fixtures, Dominica, of course, we keep close ties on them. I think it's important, and maybe I should do another video about our World Cup qualifying opponents and what are they up to. You know, what matches do they have in this same time frame? I should do that. You know, when we're at the Nations League, what are our World Cup qualifying? What are our opponents doing? You know, that's something I should really think about. So, Dominica plays against Guatemala on June 5. June 5 is the Wednesday. So Dominica will now go from, after they play the game, they leave the 6th, which is the Thursday. So they would go on the Thursday, Guatemala to Miami, Miami to Dominica. You understand what I'm saying? Miami to Roseau in Dominica. Or they go Miami to Port of Spain, right? And from when they land in Port of Spain, they go from Port of Spain to Roseau in Dominica, which means they're arriving very, very late on that day in particular. So they might get in a few hours before Jamaica. You guys get the drift? You're me glad bag with a bus right in my backyard? What do you mean, Brando? When he says, hey, Simon, good evening, all. Good evening. How are you guys doing? Hope you're all doing well. Hope you all had a productive day and that it was encouraging, enlightening, rewarding, you know? Well, Imran, when you bear this into perspective, he can play the final because we were going to get to the final. He can play the final. All right? So hopefully you get that. So, yes, guys, we're 2 weeks away. 2 weeks from kickoff. But yeah, I'm seriously going to work on that video for you guys, though. You know, what are our World Cup qualifying opponents doing? What are they doing? And is there anything that we should be wary about? Is there anything that we should be looking at? So that's something that I'm going to focus in on so that you all are aware in terms of our World Cup qualifying opponents. What are they doing? Because they have Nations League. You know, that Nations League cycle is still continues for a lot of teams because Dominica is playing in the... Oh, yes, Brando, I agree, 100%. So, for example, Dominica, they have Nations League. Well, not Nations League, but you have teams that are like in League C of the Nations League, right? And things to ponder in there, you know? In terms of League B teams, well, you have the Dominican Republic that will stay in League B, right? You go to League C, and you have the US Virgin Islands, you have the British Virgin Islands. I do think that's going to be a compelling game because you have a team in USVI at home, strong on the road. Both teams, when they're at home, good. When they're on the road, yeah. But we'll see. We'll keep ties on that because after we play the United States in the semifinals, you'll have the US Virgin Islands against the British Virgin Islands in the World Cup qualifiers, the first leg. And after we play the final, a day or two after that will be the second leg again, where you have BVI against USVI. You know what I'm saying? So that you have that going to be aware. Father Blink says, bless, says I'm bless. How you doing, man? All is well? Big up yourself, man. Enough respect every time. Yes, Imran Hussein said June is a busy month for Caribbean sports, Cricket World Cup and Copa America. Yeah, that's right. The T20 World Cup will be taking place in the Caribbean in June. So it's a very busy time in June. You also have Olympic trials as well in Jamaica. You have the Copa America. You have World Cup qualifiers. So June is going to be an extremely busy month when it comes to Jamaica and Jamaican sporting personalities, athletes. It's going to be a busy month. The Woodhouse family, well, it's going to follow the same routine like previous camps, the same routine like previous camps. All right. So it of course requires a degree of patience, but it's going to follow the same routine like the previous Nations League windows that we've had in 2023. All right. Good. So we look forward to that effectively. Yes, no problem at all. I know some of you guys have been wondering. After the Dominica game in World Cup qualifiers, you'll have the Copa America, as you all are aware. You do have flights that go from Dominica in the Eastern Caribbean that go straight to Miami, right? And from there you can go from Miami to Houston, where Jamaica will play the opening game of the Copa America against the Mexicans. So just so that everybody is aware, when it comes to travel and all of these things, I can be able to tell you guys like that where you have nonstop flights, where you have maybe you need to take another route. So I can tell you guys straight up. I can tell you guys as well in relation to Montego Bay Airport and everything like that. I can tell you guys straight up with the Mobay Airport, with Kingston Airport, who has more nonstop flights. But yeah, quite naturally, Montego Bay International Airport has the most nonstop flights. You have flights that go from Montego Bay to Milan in Italy. You have nonstop flights go Montego Bay to Brussels, to Frankfurt. You know what I'm saying? Kingston, yeah, you have flights that go to Curacao. You have flights that go to St. Martin. You have flights that go to Panama City, Miami, New York, Fort Lauderdale, Toronto, London, Trinidad, now Barbados, you know? I can bring it up so that you guys are aware. Norman Manley International Airport. And these are places that you have like non-stop routes to. So I can show you guys as well so that you all can be able to see it a little bit better. Imran, you know, Papua New Guinea, New Zealand, Afghanistan. I think they're all teams. The West Indies should be top in the group, and for me, the West Indies the bare minimum should be the semifinals. That should be the bare minimum, the semifinals. Right. So what you're seeing on your screen now is you're seeing the non-stop routes from the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston. So you have flights that go to Santiago de Cuba, en Cuba, también Havana, en la isla muy cerca de Jamaica. Y también you also have flights that go to Canada. Yeah, you have Kingston at Toronto, en vol, right? Miami, Santo Domingo, non-stop from Kingston to Santo Domingo. London, Provo in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Caribbean Airlines flights to Antigua, Barbados, Bahamas, New York, Port of Spain, St. Martin, Toronto, Pearson. Cayman, yep, you have non-stop flights from Kingston to Cayman. Panama, as I've made mention, Atlanta. Spoke about Barbados already. You even have Kingston to Mobay flights, you know? So, yep. Other flights, yeah, Fort Lauderdale. That's one of the most popular ones, JetBlue, you know. Let's go to the Donald Sangster International Airport and so that I can be able to show you guys the non-stop routes from Mobe because Mobe has more non-stop routes. All right, so you're gonna see that on your screen right now. Good. So Mobe has non-stop flights to Toronto, to Montreal in Canada, the East Coast, Charlotte, Dallas. You have non-stop flights that go to Philadelphia. I was telling Starboys Juices from certain times of the year to Chicago, to Boston, to New York. You have certain flights as well that go to Dusseldorf in Germany, Frankfurt, Zurich as well in Switzerland. This is coming as well, so that everybody is aware. Frontier Airlines goes to Atlanta, Cleveland as well, St. Louis, St. Louis, Missouri. Look at that. Negril. As I was saying, Milan, Verona as well, Baltimore, Chicago, Fort Lauderdale, Houston, Orlando, Birmingham, Manchester. Non-stop flights from Montego Bay to Manchester, England. They also go to Belgium and Brussels and Amsterdam as well. So you guys are aware of these routes. You guys are fully aware of these routes. You know what I'm saying? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Reggae Boyz fans, you all have contributed to make this video a good one. You all have contributed to make this video a good one. We've had a few hundred of you guys log on. I encourage you please to hit the like button. After hitting the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Help the channel grow. Help there to be that progress, that growth on this platform. Please, everybody, would greatly appreciate it. It helps in the algorithm as well. All right, guys, would really appreciate it. You guys have been fantastic, and I'll continue to share you guys information as usual. I'll always ensure to make sure it's credible as well. And you all know accuracy, reliability, credibility, positivity. You know, those are elements that I will always stand by. Those are things that will stick with me. Those are points that will always be parts that will be stand firm. I'm going to drop in the chat as well a reminder as well in terms of the video. If you guys haven't had an opportunity to watch the video with Coach Hallgrimson, Coach Hallgrimson speaking about his visit to the different parishes across Jamaica. So that is something. You added another word. Another word. Why is that so significant for the Reggae Boyz? Yeah. But yes, in relation to that element, do watch the video that I've posted in the chat, and you can let me know your thoughts as well. You know, for Coach being able to visit the different parishes, being able to see different aspects, your entire thoughts about all of these in particular. You know, let me know how you feel. All right. Yep, positivity has been accuracy, reliability, positivity, credibility. Yep, that means it's times two, Jason. Simply put, it's because of that element in particular, you know. But in terms of what we can look forward to over the next few days, I will work on, you know, in terms of our opponents in our World Cup qualifiers, what are they up to? What are they doing? Are they having camps, you know, in relation to what they're doing for friendlies? You know, when we're at the Nations League, what are they doing? When there's a non-FIFA period, what are they doing? You know, the Dominican Republic, Guatemala, the US Virgin Islands, British Virgin Islands, Dominica. What are they doing when we are in Dallas? What are they doing right now? What will they be doing in the middle of May when the EPL season finished, Championship, League One, League Two, JPL, and other leagues across the world. What will they be doing in that particular time frame? Well, that is something as well that we'll be able to discuss as well. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boyz commentary right now.
Hi, I'm Damari Gray. You're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Starboy's Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beet and thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger, ginger root, cucumber ginger, and so much more. Call Starboyz at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Call now and you won't be disappointed. If you think the juices were good, then try Starboyz Jello, full of flavor and sumptuous. Again, call Starboyz at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sport City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sport City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sport City right now.
Hi, my name's Lee Williamson. Subscribe to Reggae Boyz commentary.
Hi, my name is Joby McAnuff. Subscribe to Reggae Boyz commentary.
I'm Javon Watson, and you're watching Reggae Boyz commentary. Hi everybody, I'm Darren Moore and you're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
Yes, Reggae Boyz commentary, like and subscribe, yeah? Reggae Boyz commentary, like, share and subscribe.
Reggae Boyz commentary, subscribe, like and share.
Hi, I'm Chris Binney and I'm Jamaica's #1 squash player and 9-time Caribbean champion, and you're watching Reggae Boyz commentary. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe and share button below.